introduction about strings. So strings are nothing but array of characters, or you tell it as a collection of characters. So you have defined so many data types like integers and characters. So those characters can be defined as a collection of characters. So those you name it as a strings. So strings are nothing but sequence of characters, right? So how can you represent the character? Simply you have specified the character, that is it represents a single character, right? So single character, single letter. So each and every character is a letter, right? So this is being specified with the single quotes, yes? Whereas a string is specified as a whole sequence of characters within double quotes, right? So this is how you represent a string and a constant. Now how can I declare that? So simply initialize, declaration and initialization takes place like this. That is, simply use the data type followed by the string name. Then you specify the size of an array, size of the array, size of the character, which is nothing but the given string, right? Then this is actually your string constant. This will be your character constant. So always a character will be end with the end of the null character. So for string, you will not specify the null character, but by default the Java C compiler will consider it as the memory will be allocated for a null character, right? Now how can I access the string? Yes, consider a simple program. I start with a header file. So inside which my main program starts. So inside that, see, this is my definition as well as my initialization of a string. So I have defined as char a of 10 is equal to my size of the array. That is, I have got the length of my characters 10. So simply I am giving a string hello. Yes. So here I need to specify the null string. So simply I want to display the string. Yes. So printf my given string is, right. Now how can I access the string? So I use the access specifier, that is %s. So with the help of %s, I am displaying the message as hello. So what is this? What is my output now? Given string is hello. Now let us see some of the string library functions. Now there are some predefined library functions that has been defined in the string.h. So you have the header file, that is string.h. So these header files contains a list of library functions. Say so there are some of the library functions like string compare, string length, string char, string copy and string revert. So these are all predefined. It is already been designed inside the string.h header files. Now let us see first strlen, that is string length. So the name itself specifies, it gives this function gives the length of the string. Yes. Now what is the general syntax of the string name? So you use the return type followed by you use the function name, that is strlen string length. Within parentheses you will specify your string name. Right? So for example, my return type, if it is having int followed by str length of the string name is s. Right? Now let us see with an example. I use the header files stdio.h and string.h. Yes. So only with the help of string.h the string length will be executed. Yes. So unless and otherwise you specify this header file, this length will not be given as the output. Yes. So you want to specify the string.h. And inside the main function I am specifying the character array, that is a of 30, and my length of the character is 30. I am specifying the size to be 30. So I am specifying it as hello. So int l. I am declaring another variable as l. Now I am giving an l. The variable is to be equated to this. I want to find out the length of this variable, right? So I am simply equating to the other variable as l. So strlen of A. So what happens? The compiler first recognizes and finds the length of the string, but here what is the case is the null character is not counted into account, right? So simply, how much is the character? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So simply your output will be executed as length, and I am used to specify as percentage %d. Why have I used percentage %d? Since I have declared the length L to be an integer variable, right? So I want to get the length of the string, right? So for that I am specifying the access specifier as percentage %d. So when I am giving the output, my output will be length is equal to 5. So here the null character is not considered. So when I want to get the length, str length of a single specified character, the null character doesn't come into account. Then comes string copy function. Now string copy function simply copies the string pointed by the source to the destination. Yes. So the syntax for that is we use the return type followed by string copy and my source. Now the string is being copied from the source to the destination. Okay. So let us see with an example. Now so the same, you have to use the same header files followed by I have used two strings, but the size of another 10 and 5. So I have given the string as hello, and to the other string I have given it as friends. Okay, my initialization is two strings I considered. Now I want to copy the string 1, that is hello, to string 2. Yes. Now for that I have used a statement like this: %s, comma, string copy of my source is string 1 and my destination is string 2. Right? So when I am giving the printf statement as string 2, what will be my output now? The whatever content is present in the string 2, so that will be, so whatever content is present in string 1, that will be copied into string 2. So my output will be hello. Right? Now there are cases like you can have a series of copied calls. Yes? So string copy can be fixed into a chain reaction, chain systems. Like I can go for the other string variable, say str3 of 5. So I am defining here, I am defining a string as 5. Now when how can I use the string copy with the chain reaction? So I can go for string copy of, I want to copy those two, that is first the source to destination, that is string 1 to string 2 is copied, and this is being copied into the third string. Yes, so I can go for this chain reaction step. So str3 string copy of str2 comma str1. So what happens here? String 1 contains hello, that is being copied into the destination. So now string 2 will have hello. Now this is my source now, and this is being copied into string 3. Now string 3 will have the content as hello. So I can have chain reactions. Then comes my string compare function. So string compare name is specifies, it compares two strings. Right? Now the comparison is between, like if say for example if I am having two strings, say s1 and s2. So if s1 is less than s2, then it returns the value as less than 0. If s1 is greater than s2, then it returns the value as it is greater than s2. If suppose if it is equal, both the strings are equal in size, then it returns an equal value. Right? Now you have to compare the syntax for that. You have to use the data type string compare followed by the strings. That is, you are going to compare two strings. So you want to prefer char s1 and char s2. Right? Now we consider this. Actually, the comparison is depending upon these characters, that is ASCII character sets. In ASCII character sets, the uppercase letters will consider as from 65 to 90. The values from the ASCII codes will have the values from 65 to 90, and for the lowercase letters, 57, and spaces will consider spaces. That is, space will consider take the ASCII code as 32. Yes. So depending upon this ASCII codes, the strings, whatever being given by the user, it is being compared, right? And so for example, when I am considering now two characters, say S1 to be equal to ABCD and S2 as ABCE, right? I want to compare these two strings, right? So for that I will make use of this string compare function. So how do I use it? So I am considering, I am giving the condition that is if string compare of both the strings S1 comma S2 if it is less than 0, right? So I am giving the consideration as when it is less than 0. So how it is being checked? So what is the length of the S1? Actually it searches for the first string, that is when the ith string of first character and the ith string of the other string, when both are equals, then it prefers it is less, which means it is less than 0. It executes the statement as S1 is less than S2, right? Say for example, if I am considering instead of ABCD, when I am considering it as BACE and the second string as ABCE, what happens here? The ith string of both the strings are being compared, right? But when you consider for the ASCII codes, when the character says the letter B is actually greater than A, so what happens? It is this condition returns false statement. So it executes the else part. So it gives S1 is greater or equal to S2. Now say for example, if I am having now string to be, yes, and compare I am having ABCE and the other one was also ABCE, right? So what happens? Both the strings are equal. So it checks for the I plus 1 string, that is those strings are also being equal. So when you compare both the strings, they are equal. So what happens? It is not less than 0. Again it executes the else part. So S1 is greater or equal to S2. By chance, if I am having another constraint, so my first string is ABCD, but whereas my second string is BCDA, right? Now what happens here? Now A and B is compared. Yes, those are not equal. So what happens? The first string itself is not being compared, right? So it is again less than 0. So what happens? S1 is less than S2 will be executed, right? Now say for example, when I am considering there is other constraint, like I am having the first string to be 3 characters and the second string to be 4 characters. So this is again another consideration where these, when you compare these two, the length is not getting matched. So what happens in that case? That case is also the else part is getting executed. Now let us consider the function, next function, that is string char. So string char simply means it is concatenation, right? So simply what is this? It appends the content of the string at the end of the string, right? So consider an example. So void main inside which main function I am declaring two strings with the size of an array that is 100 size, length of the character is 100, and I am giving a content. First I need to copy the content into the string. Yes, I am just first copying the first string into the variable and the second string into the other variable. Yes, so for that I make use of the function strcpy, right? Now what I want to do is I want to concatenate these two, right? So simply concatenation means appending the content of the string at the end of the string, right? So simply you have to specify string char followed by str1, that is my first string comma my second string. Yes, so when I want to execute the, so what happens here? So whatever string is present in string 2, it is getting added to the end of the string 1, right? So my output will be welcome academy, right? Now say for example here if I am specifying a less amount of size, right? And I am specifying I am trying to insert more characters than the strings allocated in the memory, right? So what happens in this case? It shows an undefined behavior. Right? So here the execution which is less than the memory being allocated. Yes. So if I'm having more characters, then I'm specifying this size. So in that case, my execution will be an undefined behavior. Okay. So that is all with my string introduction to strings. So we have seen how the strings can be defined and initialized, and how to access the string with the following examples. And we have seen such string library functions as string length, string compare, string concatenate, and string name.